So let's see here. It is 8:03 a.m. Oh man. Morning, Dean. Good to have you. Nice that you got some money. That's awesome, dude. Love your passing those accounts. It's awesome for making headway, whatever. I forget if you passed. Either way, awesome morning, dude. Yeah, just classic trade for me. As I'm recording this, so you know, Jim, I am recording. So, in case it's you. But yeah, I mean, like, so easy, right? I mean, not easy, but it comes down. I mean, well, you saw it. I mean, it was breaking down the 4 hour, and then really what I waited for it to crash the daily. I caught this little retest. There was that news event that popped. There was like a news event right here, 8:30 New York time, and what did it do? Paused right at the friggin' daily. So actually, I missed that because I was doing something else. But then I took a little trade down. So I caught this, and then I took a little short down to the 4 hour. So now I'm kind of done with my live account, and I'm not sure what you did, Dean, but that's awesome, dude. Whatever you saw worked, and that's awesome. I love that. I love to see that.
Yeah, I had a terrible day yesterday.
Oh no!
You gotta make it fortunate.
Shoot.
I know it. On my PA account, I lost my max. I quit, so I got just mad at myself. I kept taking bad trades. It's like,
Oh man. Well, I created a new video. You might like. I don't know. Some of it's kind of weird, but actually I think the last 5 tactics it talks about are really good. I had it create like what's the main problems of the market, you know, tricking us. I don't know. I think it's pretty good. I've listened to it a few times because it's been some of my problems a little bit. It's hijacked me. You might like it. It's not. It's like 8 minutes, but you can skip to the end and just listen to the last little bit. I think it's really good, actually.
I listened to some of it this morning. I didn't get to listen to it all, but I'm definitely going to go back and listen to it more.
Yeah, I think it could have been a little bit better. I'm actually crediting another one. It's called Turning Pro. There's actually a book by Stephen Pressfield that I like a lot. It's kind of like getting rid of a lot of our amateur behaviors. I mean, it's kind of like, are you really, you know, the premise is, are we dedicated to actually becoming a pro at what we're doing? And anyway, I wanted to make a video about that. It's a short book. It's actually pretty good. It's kind of one of those, like, you know, it's not too crazy on, like, it's like, what is it? Yeah, it's like a quick read, but there's a lot of, I mean, I like it. We all have different, thing is, that's the cool thing about what we're doing. Like I said, even with Patrick, and as you know, yeah, he had a rough go trying to figure this out for whatever reason. I don't know, you know, we're all on different journeys of figuring this out, you know. And yeah, I mean, GAN is just one piece, man, right? Our mental state is probably the number one. You know that, right? I mean, and that's why you're very patient. Like and this is actually rare for you. Like you usually don't take pre-market trades like you did, right? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's hit minutes. It just depends on what I've got going on that day. Yeah, I do. So I've started doing it now. And part of that was you were saying you were doing so well pre-market, so I started jumping on it more.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, honestly, if I was you, dude, just set alerts near the dailies and just trade the dailies. You can scalp a little bit on the 4 hours, but the dailies are so freaking good. I mean, you'll get bounced on occasion, but overall, if you look back, I mean, obviously the pre-market, it does bounce around, but here still, it puts you in the right position in the right best trade, even if you're trading it. Like, this is really early. But I love how like even if you were trading it, like yeah, I guess you could have shorted here and taken a small loss, but then ultimately when you got long, you just it really killed it. And then we saw what happened just now. It's just markets just kind of selling off. So there's not really you know I don't look for reasons for reversals necessarily. I like right. You've watched me enough. Like I don't like catching bottoms. Right. I just don't. I've done that so often. And once in a while I'm a hero and I'll catch a bottom. I mean, at least I used to, and now I'm kind of faded. Like even that, like there would be a day where I would have been like trying to short this thing, and now I'm like way more patient. I'll just kind of let it come out, let it confirm more, and I'm willing to like lose some of the percentage of the area, just trying not to get wicked out. But it still happens. Sometimes I fall prey to my bad behavior and try to I mean, even though this is pretty. I mean, this price action is pretty easy. I mean, right? It's breaking, break. I mean, there's nothing tricky about that, which is kind of cool. It's nice when it. That's part of the hard part too. Is like, wait, is it going to always be like? We know that a lot of times it's not always this simple. So it's kind of like adapting when it is easy versus like when it can be really hard. It's like right, like this is easy price action, but we don't. You never know 100%, right? You never know when it's going to be easy too.
No.
But when you break this daily, man, like it's just, I don't know, I love it, right? I mean, again, nothing's 100%, but when you break these huge mathematical numbers, it just gives you a lot. Like even like over here in gold, which I thought I'd just mess around with, just because I like assets that respect. Well, I think almost any assets can respect GAN just because it's so universal. But you could just trade these. I've never really traded gold, but I'm kind of curious about it to see. Who knows? I mean. I know oils can be really good, and Bitcoin. It's like there's one thing about focusing on one market too, though. I think it's nice to focus on one thing and just zero in and be even though maybe two, but I still like focusing on one thing. I don't know, and especially it's been working. I know it can be tricky. We could move to ES, but I don't know. I just like the way NQ moves overall, minus the wicks. That's the only thing I don't like about NQ is some of the mean wicks, but usually, once in a while I'll snag it, but it's not like it's a deal breaker. Like, it's not like, I mean, right today, I mean, that was an awesome wick. It just came up right. So even if you miss this, and then the cool thing is, even if you miss this, you can get, I mean, right, it's just really good opportunity. Now it's probably,
that was at the news.
Yeah.
He's kind of expected that to happen.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen here again at 10 o'clock. We'll get some long wicks at 10 o'clock, too.
I mean, honestly, whenever you see a breakdown and it pauses at the daily, I'm telling you, man, that is like the most money trade. It happens all the time. Maybe not every day, but like as you know, when you have a live account, you only need one of those a week. Honestly, like when you catch, I'm just eventually with the right size accounts. I mean, not that you only need one day, right? Like if you're just waiting for the best trades, that is what you're looking for. Like a clear break and then a clear failure, and then I mean, anything could happen. This could have bounced, but it's still like you find these areas where it fails at a daily, either up or down, and then you just right. That's just your A plus. Like that's one thing the video talks about is that when let's say you're down, like it recommends like you probably do this. Like let's say you're down 40%. On your like let's say you're 40% down on your daily loss limit. What do most people do, right? They'll probably double or triple down trying to get the money back. And I think the stats are pretty staggering. Like it's almost like I think the stats, I think it's almost like I think it says 70, but I bet it's almost 90% people will fail when they start doing that kind of stuff. And I've done it too. I hate being down, but we have to reverse that thinking. And maybe you don't do that, but I've done it where you want,
I've done it.
Right? You want
I've done everything wrong.
So yeah, we want that back because it's pain, right? But it talks a lot about how you got to restructure that and actually do the opposite trade, like even a half or even a quarter of the size, and then because it's just math. It's like we trade math as far as GANs. Now we have to use the other side of math, right? And I'm sorry if you already know this stuff, but we have to trade with the right math too, right? The right sizes. If we're down, either we stop, reset, Like even that's one thing I like being around you because you are like you will stop. I know a lot of people that I mean not that we don't like again we all have bad days or bad whatever, but like I know just from talking to you, you are patient and you know like I like that like not that yeah I mean, again we're all human we can't have a bad
Oh,
whatever
it's taking a while to get there.
but I love that right
It is
that's
taking off.
yeah
Yeah.
that's what I liked I mean I like being around traders that are growing you know even though we can yeah it's not like always a straight line we know that like it's like a stepstone like you get burned a few times I you know and that's why you know, there's like one guy that used to always come on here and he said oh every time I get in a market it goes against me I'm like I can't you know you can't do that dude you can't think like that like that's just you don't want to be a self-fulfilling prophecy right I mean market's hard enough when you already think that you're going to lose why are you trading like literally you know when people do that like if they come on and say man every time I get in a trade the market goes against me well it's going to happen on occasion but if you're trading with a good edge that shouldn't happen to you where that's just like your thought that you're right like when I get in a daily I feel like the market should go in my direction I'm not thinking like oh shit the market's going to come back and try to go after me I mean look at it gold doesn't give a shit about me look we could have bought gold right here right it doesn't give a shit about anything about what I'm thinking so I mean I should have been long here right as I was talking to you but anyway so it's just you know what I'm talking about we just play our edges and that's it it's just a math game that's kind of the beauty that's one thing I really love about it it's just a math game it's just probabilities and math right on both sides how we manage it like it's really yeah it's funny because I always hated math as a
But
kid
it takes you a while to learn not to take it personal.
oh dude
And I took it personal yesterday. I was so mad at myself. And it's like, I just can't do that's why I just walked away. I was so mad at myself because
oh
my own
man
trading, nothing to do with you. It's all mine.
no I feel you
You just
dude
got to learn not to take it personal.
no I've had that like even last Friday I made some bad trades and I was just like it shouldn't wreck your weekend and it doesn't wreck the weekend but it definitely like you know like it I know dude I've been there it hurts right it's not fun but that's where we I think we evolve is and that's why I go by just a trade don't give the market more power than it is and usually for me when I do stuff like that it's because I've oversized and I'm forcing things I'm not letting the market really speak to me that's when honestly I loved that yesterday even though I got bumped a little bit, like overall, I was kind of just staying with what the market was giving me to the most part. I think there's a couple times where I was kind of going against my own system, but I think overall I had a good day. I don't know, maybe you can tell me, but I thought I did pretty well overall managing things. But you know,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you never know, right? I don't know how
Yeah, I had already hit my daily stop by then, so I was just mad. I
oh,
wasn't in a good mood.
oh shoot, did you clear out? Did you clear out early yesterday? Did you not even watch?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a horn.
Oh,
One
well,
account I did great. I did just like today. I made $300 something, but in my PA I went down 300.
oh man, yeah, but the fact that
Psychologically, it's tough.
yeah, I can. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. I guess you could always be curious. I mean, you don't have to share your trades, but you're curious to see, like, what after. Yeah, we all have that. Like, it's like we're in a haze. We're doing stuff that we know we shouldn't be doing. Whatever is revenge or whatever. And then I don't know if you can go back and like, oh, I see what I was. Was there any validity or was it just pure like emotion of getting mad? And I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if even if that helps you to go back and review or if you already know yourself and you just I mean, I don't know how you like go back because sometimes it's painful to look at it. Hopefully you can be kind to yourself and just be objective about it and not be like and don't beat yourself up. Oh, I mean, because we all are gonna mess up, dude. Right? It's just trading. But so I don't know. Do you go back and review stuff like that, or do you just try to not, or what do you do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you okay? Cool.
Yeah. Yes, since yesterday, because I didn't get home until late last night because I went to a ball game, so I haven't done any backward in it today, but I will afternoon. I usually quit about noon. So, not always, but a lot of times.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, it's painful. A lot of times, yeah. Weekends kind of nice when you go back look at the week. I don't always the next day. Sometimes like, oh man, I'm still mad at myself. Then a lot of times if I just relax, calm down, and be like, okay, I've been doing this for so long, I can't let one day, wreck me. But it does hurt for sure. Oh man. I think that's also the fact that
The best thing I can do is walk away when it happens and just clear my mind.
yeah.
one of those tips they give out a lot. It's just step away.
Actually, that's what
That's good.
that's actually one of the number one things they recommend. That's when I mean I've done a lot of research,
Mm-hmm.
and they say that's really the best thing you could ever do is just you close the computer and you get up and just walk. You just walk, clear. Just just don't even worry about it. I mean, right? Yeah, just
Yeah,
go
the
for
one thing,
yeah.
your one thing you said 45 minutes. That's a long time when you're middle trading.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 15 minutes. Maybe it just so I probably did it wrong. That's where AI is a little weird. That's why I was like, sometimes when I make those, it takes me like 5 hours to make them, and unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
by the time it's all done down to editing, I see mistakes. Then I'm like, oh shoot. So I'm like, well, so I got to get better at making sure the AI reads it right because it definitely isn't perfect. But yeah, it should be. You're right. If you're during the day, 45 minutes is way too long. I think 10-15 minute walk, especially if let's say you only hit maybe 20-30% of your daily loss limit, you're still in the game, but you can kind of get a reset. If you're getting close to 40 to 50, I think it says like, yeah, once you're at 50%, it says that's almost like danger zone. They said that's just like you really almost have to walk away because they're likely gonna do a revenge trade trying to get it all back in one trade, and that's one thing I really want to work on probably the most is when if I'm at a 50% of my daily loss limit, dude, I just shut it down and be done. That's probably my next like really like probably my hard fast rule that I'm gonna just no I can just like a no brainer like it's like you just I don't know, you do certain things with your diet or whatever, like you just make it a rule and just you don't budge from it. And I think it's interesting as I thought about this. You know how you have the eval rules, right? I'm like, man, all live accounts should actually just have even stricter rules for ourselves, right? And just to protect it, because as we all know, who wants to blow a live account, right? But they don't. They take away a lot of the rules, and then you're kind of left with this open book, and you don't create that structure, then we don't, right? Because if I'm in an eval, I can kill an eval because I follow the rules of that eval, and once it's live, it changes because then there's no more rules, you know. Besides my own, what I can create. So I don't know if you've ever had that issue with the live account where, you don't have a daily like your daily loss limit is the account being blown, right? So yeah, always a fun
I've
game.
passed 5 evals, but I've never made it to live yet. But
Oh,
I'm
okay.
getting close. This is the longest I've ever held a past eval, and I keep getting closer all the
I love it, dude. What a cool journey, man.
time.
That's awesome. That,
Yeah, just that's the mental thing. Just I know what happens. I almost lose my marbles once I get into a pass and an eval. Like just way over trading. Just gotta stop. I set all my limits now too. That helps. I
that's
set
awesome,
my
dude.
knockouts for losses and for profit,
I love it,
and
dude.
I'm happy with 250 a day. I'm on 250 or 300 a day. I'm thrilled.
I love that, dude. That's seriously,
At,
that's
at my level of trading. If I
yeah.
was as good as you, I'd be going for bigger, but I'm not there
Well,
yet.
it's like yeah, you never. I mean, there's way better traders than me, right? So I just really enjoy what we're doing here. I like right. You just give what the market gives you, and our community, man. Like I know trading's hard. Like I know people have emailed me and they're just really struggling. I'm like, man, I feel for people because it's not. I don't. I know the market's been moving, but it's actually been pretty tough. I think for right, the volatility's been pretty brutal. On some days, it's almost impossible, and I think it's done with like for yesterday, like man, it shakes you up, and you're just like, man, this game's almost impossible. Sometimes it's weird how like it's so easy, and then all of a sudden it becomes impossible too at the same time. It's like, is this ever gonna like work? And then you just like all of a sudden you start stacking good days like you're doing, you build confidence, and then on the bad days you walk away, and then over a month, 2 months, you're stacked so many green days compared to a couple of bad days, and it changes everything because you realize, yeah, I'm scaling down, I'm not over leveraging anymore. You just follow those rules. It almost feels good to follow a process versus chasing that high of, oh man, I just made a big $1,000 day. Well, that doesn't mean you're a trader anymore, right? I mean, right? That doesn't, like, for me, I love the process of it more than Yeah, because I can come on, I can cherry pick and say, hey guys, I made 20K today. What does that mean? That means nothing, right? That's not going to help anybody. It doesn't help. It doesn't even help me, right? So, because anyone,
Mm.
right? A monkey can do that. A monkey can click it and make 20K on a trade, and that doesn't mean that right? That doesn't mean anything. That's why the P&L channel is probably the one I least like the most. I just do it for fun, just because but I like the process and the learning one probably the most because that's really where it matters. If you're following the process, when you do this long enough, like I'm serious, like it'd be cool to see where you're at in 2 months because if you just follow the process and just become robotic about your rules, robotic about just take like today it should have been just very robotic. Like you made your profit and then you're done or whatever. And then you go into practice mode and just really practicing what we're doing. And market's kind of been, well, the market's been open for 6 minutes, but yeah, the more you take that, it's all the cliches, like I mean, a lot of stuff, but being having what do you call it, disengaged, or I forget, or no, detachment, right? Detached from the results is, man. I don't know if you've ever been in the like, have you ever been like into sports? Have you ever been like in the, I'm sure you have in your life, where you're just like, you're shooting a basketball or whatever, and you don't even think about, make it. It just goes right. And I don't know if you've ever had that with trading yet, where you're in such a flow of the market. It's like you're like, right. You just in sync with it. It's fun. That's one.
Yeah, you just the short term you feel like that. I haven't had any. I mean, I've had days where you feel like it. You're right.
Yeah.
Most of it's short term.
I mean,
You just got to put up with getting kicked in the teeth every now and then. It's such a hard thing to learn.
it's true. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think it's. I mean, I don't know. We full thing of us to track. If you just let's say you just take only trades of the daily. You know, I mean, 4 hours is good too. I mean, there's definitely. I mean, like there's a good short there. As you can see, that's not even a
Yeah, it looks
long.
like it might bounce off of 294 right now. So,
Yeah. I mean,
mm,
so that could be a breakout
could go
trade.
for it.
Again, like I love it when you see more of a breakout retracement, but this could be a slight breakout. I'm not. I mean, are you done live? Are you done with your accounts? Or are you still working on stuff today?
No, I'm still alive. I just closed out the one. I've got three accounts that I trade.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
don't trade them all every day, but I closed out the one that I made. Then my PA, that's so mad about yesterday. So I think I'm gonna leave it.
I
I
love.
don't think I'm gonna mess with it.
Hey, man, I think whatever. Either way, yeah, like those rules you're setting up, I love it, dude. And yeah, I think that's the only way to make it is to have whatever you're at, and sounds like you can at least probably get it back. Just chip away at it, right? It's kind of like, I mean, instead of trying, go glory on it and then really wreck it, just chip away at it. It's amazing. Even with one micro over a few days, you can just kind of slowly chip away at it and get it back. It's not always fun. That's why we don't do that. Is because it's not really fun to grind away. It's fun just to get it recovered and back to square, and then we promise ourselves that we won't do those bad habits. Unfortunately, though, that shadow will always come back to haunt us, and we will be down on an account. It's just a fact. We are going to make a mistake on trading, and we are going to be down. That's just right. I don't think there's any way around that reality that we are going to experience the pain of the loss. And then, like what you did is, get up and walk away instead of like a lot of people will just freaking go ballistic and just right from wrecking their computer to blowing their account, saying "f that," and then that's the danger of these evals is that, as you know, people will just buy eval after eval instead of if they just had if you're down, either stop and then chip. I mean, obviously, you're gonna lose accounts on occasion, but overall, we should be trying to chip away, not trying because then we're just building bad habits. So there's no why buy another eval if we keep doing. I'm not saying you like right. If we have really those bad habits, there's no because we're
I've
just
been guilty of that too.
yeah. And I mean me too, right? And that's where you evolve in your awareness of. It's like okay, well, what's the real problem, right? And that's usually is because we're revenging, and we're you know it's amazing though what you can do when you erase some of those bad habits, man. It frees you up. It's kind of cool. So I mean, there could be a long here. I mean, we're 2 minutes into the open, so there could be a nice little who knows, right? Mars a pretty good nice little sell-off. I don't know what the percentage is. I don't get into that too much, but I should be. I don't. It'd be interesting. Like, what's the percentage of the market sold off so far today from the overnight? That's not like crazy. I mean, it's how many points is that from the 608 down to, yeah, so that's 300. Is that about 300 ish? That's not like,
Yeah.
that's not crazy. I mean, it's,
No, and it went up yesterday. I was surprised when I looked this morning at the daily that it actually went up yesterday.
yeah, I know. I was kind of
It,
shocked too when it did
and I
that.
thought everything went down.
Yeah, because when I was here, I remember thinking, yeah, I remember thinking yesterday that it was going to come down and pivot, keep going down, and then that's where I actually changed. Like, I think I lost a couple of trades. Well, I think I was here. Either way, I remember I was trying to short it here a little bit, and then I flipped long and caught that long. But yeah, it just felt like, right. Just it felt like it could not get above, and then it got below the daily, and then I remember I was on the call. I'm like, it could flip this, and it did. So then I changed my mind, and sure enough, it caught the daily, and it went all the way up, and that was kind of a cool trade. But just because I used the daily is what held me. Because the 4 hours are so bunched up here, they don't have much value. They're better down here when they're more spread out. So this has more. So there's a nice potential little. I mean, I'm not going to practice it. I could, but I would have liked to have been, entering closer to the GAN. And as you know, these opening trades are kind of weird. When the market opens, it can be. If you're smart about it, you can catch some momentum and be done. You just don't oversize it. So you could.
Well, that's what that. I don't. Normally trade those news drops, but
Look at that.
man, after that news came out, it just kept falling. I jumped on that knife and got my $300. Because of that. Oh yeah, jumped and down.
Oh, let me in. I'm just trying to take a practice trade here. Stupid trading view. It won't let me in. I don't know why trading view is being so stupid. I was just trying to take a quick short here, even though it could bounce. These momentum plays can kind of, I have to reset my. Let's see here. Okay, there you go. So this is where I'll probably just take some profit, make my 2K, if it'll let me.
There you go.
Trying. See, maybe the market's moving so fast it won't let me out. It's so stupid. Oh, there we go. So that's not a bad, a good morning. 4K on a few mini or a few. Yeah, I'm on minis again. I do like micros, but it's kind of fun to play with. Doesn't either way, it's all the same. So yeah, it's a nice little momentum play off the 4 hour. So that's like a pretty easy trade, right? I mean, market comes down, retraces, and it's blocked at a 4 hour. I mean, it's like then you get your trade and you're done. Like that's kind of like rinse and repeat all day long. I love doing. I mean, I don't mind breakout trades, but I prefer much more. Having this break, retest, and then man, you just catch that and it's crazy. You can be insanely accurate doing that over and over again. That's why I'm like, I wish more people jump on these calls and just practice. That's one thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't get like even in demo, how people are even scared to do demo trading. Like it's like they're like scared. It's like why? Just practice, right? I don't know how you do that with demos, but like take a practice trade of this 4 hour. You just made money, right? So it's like I don't know what you think of where I'm missing the boat here.
No, it's good for the psychology.
So yeah, there's no long here, right? Again, you could. I'm not saying this is you be well. See, the open's always kind of weird. They'll even let me in, but we'll see. For my mindset, we're still short here, right? I mean, it could flip here. We all know that. We'll see here. We'll see this 290 holds. Yeah, for me, you could take a little loss here. Yes, that's the one downside of when you're chasing these things. That's why I love trading near the GAN. Give this a little bit of room, but again, I could lose this one, right? Because I'm chasing a little bit, but I'm waiting for the market to get above 294. We'll see if it can. And we're a little early, so there might be some games that NQ likes to play. So this alligator chased it a little bit. The only time I get frustrated with if it starts kind of like bouncing levels, like like I don't like when it jolts up and down a level. That's where I don't like it. I like a clean move down or a clean move up, right? I like clean action, and so the open doesn't always give you the. That's where like this chasing trade, because it already made a nice move down. So we'll see. I don't know. Does it have another leg? We'll see. Let's see. 4 minutes. Okay, so now look at the market starting to go back up. So I practiced long, but I don't have a lot of faith in this thing. We'll see. Is it going to hold this 4 hour? I'm just going to use the 290 as, and then of course, then it's going to come if it comes back down. So yeah, it's kind of fun to practice this for a little bit. I'm already done with my live trading, so to me, this is just kind of like in the box trading for fun. Already, that's why I love catching those dailies. Catching these 4 hour ones are, they're probably B trades. I mean, I guess they can be A trades if you have enough confirmation. So now we're going to come back below. We'll see. I can just reverse it. RD753, what up, dude? I'm just practicing. I'm not loving. These are just practice trades right now. RD, I don't really have. We're going back down, so we'll see if we can stay below this. This 293, but who knows? Still pretty early. We'll see. This time of day, you can get some. Some weird wicks. So we'll see if this 4 hour GAN can hold for a nice little short here. So just practicing levels, nothing fancy. Just doing this nice short here at the 289, or I guess at 290. Should probably put a stop on. We'll see though, NQ likes to play some games right now, so the second you think you're good, and then all of a sudden it just sucks back up. So, still a nice little play off, a nice scalp off this 4 hour. So if someone's short, you take some profit or hold on to it for, who knows. Like I said, NQ loves to play some games right now. Sometimes it pays you at this time of day, but a lot of times it does kind of likes to be tricky too. I was short earlier on a breakout trade, and it sucked all the way back and took me right out. So that's why I like trading near the GANs if I can. Taking breakouts too far away from the GAN can work, but definitely not ideal. Versus like this is a good trade off the 4 hour, right, where you can take profit and take some off the table. Since I did take, I was up, like I made like 4K, and then I think I lost like 4K. So I know I'm up now, but I took a pretty bad loss on the the vacuum. Like it just came all the way back, So that's NQ for you, where you're right, but then it comes all the way back up to the GAN and just takes me out. I was like, okay, thank you. I know that's why options would be kind of fun. I don't know, because if you're short here, you probably still have a stop maybe. I haven't done options forever, but it's like it sucks when you're right and then wrong. It's like we're right on the direction. We just the timing of it is where I was wrong. So it's like that's where futures, as we all know, is entry is everything, because you can be right. You could have sold here, and you're right on your analysis, but then the market freaking sucks right back up to the 4 hour and takes you out when you were right. So yeah, good to see RD753. Always glad to see you come in. Yeah, really small room today. I must have scared people off yesterday. I don't get it. I thought I had a good day. Who knows, man? I thought it was a good day. It is still pretty early, though. Maybe you can tell me different, RD753. If was I a train wreck yesterday? Was I that bad? Maybe I don't know my own self. I thought there were some good trades that we were learning. So this is a beautiful little candle. I don't know. Yeah, dude. I mean, we already killed it today already. And I don't know if you were trading earlier. The pre-market was awesome. We can look at that in a second. But the pre-market had some of my favorite setups. As I was talking to Dean, I love it when it breaks an area, retraces, and that's exactly what just happened just now. It happened at the daily, which is like money trade, as you probably know by now if you watched me forever. Way up here. I mean, right? It's just beautiful. Keep it so I can see. But you have this break, retest. I caught this little short down here, got out, and then actually I took a little short, got this down to here, and then got out. And even looking back, I mean, look at the market right at the because there was a news event right here. That's why I got out. But anyway, this candle here is just a news event that failed at a daily. Are you kidding me? So even if you're not aggressive and get in here, which is kind of an ideal world, you can get in even down here, right? Like you wait for this candle to close, and it's like there's two ways to do it, right? You can take this candle, like maybe you don't like this candle because it's green, but you can see it's hitting it daily, and then you can kind of as it's going back down, it's going to like almost any area here you can jump in, right? That's how I look at it anyway. If it's failing a daily, I'm going to jump in kind of anywhere, and then this like here, right? It comes down, breaks, retraces. Now I took a chase trade on this candle and got burned, but then it didn't scare me, right? Because to me, market was still bearish under 291. So, and then you just take your profit and manage this thing. So it's kind of, you're going to get burned. It's just life, right? I mean, as long as you don't oversize, that sucked, but what do you do, It's like, man, what a perfect day. It's like done within 10 minutes of the day. Like I love these days where you just retraces to these levels, you get clean action, not a lot of just messing with you. I mean, this is a pretty clean price action, right? I love this. I mean, this is amazing. It's nice to have just where NQ just doesn't mess with you that hard. I mean, this was like just a bad entry why I lost, right? I got in chasing versus waiting for it to, anyway. So, yeah, it's an awesome day so far. I know Dean's made some money with his eval, so that's kind of cool. Gotta check some notes here. Yeah, pretty clean move. Ganned again. Um, Pretty awesome. Going through another Gann. If we'll hold, who knows? Are we going to get a full daily Gann out of this move? Look a little bit left. Yeah, we easily could, but that's pretty awesome. And it takes me out. Pretty cool trade though, man.
Yeah, that helped. I did one micro and I got my losses back in that account. So woohoo!
Oh, good job, dude. Wow, see, I love it, man. Oh, that is awesome.
I do think
Where did you get in at?
it
Did you get in close to the Gann, or where'd you get?
yeah, I was close to the GAN. I waited till the candle turned red, so I got in.
Oh, I love it. And then did you get out? Like, did you get out down here, or where did you get out?
I got out and hit the 4 hour GAN 149.
Oh man, what a great trade, dude.
I moved my stop real close on that. Just I wanted to see if it would go through it, but I was okay if it pulled back and took a few bucks back. I was alright with that. But I was already gotten past my
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
losses. So it's like, yeah, it was. It's great.
Yeah,
Way to
dude.
go with your game. Fantastic.
Yeah,
I
dude.
just get smart enough to, as you say, just let it be.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like, that's such a clean move, man. Like, that's where you're done, right? Now you can. I mean, I don't know if you have another account to work on, or man, this is like, this is a lot about
Oh, I'm
trading.
gonna continue working.
Like,
I don't know if I'm gonna do my PA account today or not. I think I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna leave it alone today.
so that's two. Is that two
More
accounts?
than that should really move it a lot.
So is that two accounts you're agreeing on today? I'll look at this gold trade again.
Yeah, yeah. The other one I'm only green like 12, $13, something like that. But yeah,
I mean, look at this.
I'm still thrilled.
I mean, look at this gold thing. Again, it breaks above the daily. Look at that. I mean, seriously, today we've had two money trades where it bounces off the daily, literally no heat, like it did up here. I mean, man, like, seriously, like, clean moves off the daily. You know, I mean, you can catch even off the 4 hours. Amazing. It broke off the 4 hour and look at retested right at the 4 hour, and it blasted through the view. I mean, it's like it's unbelievable. It's like that is some amazing price action that is not difficult to do at all. Like right, and this is like what you did. You were just patient and you played the best high probability trade. Like we all know it can flip, but again, you played the high probability trade that it was bouncing out the 4 hour. You're playing the math in your favor, right? That's exactly what you did, right? So it's you just do that. Like I said, that's the cool thing about this. You just do that little bit every day or a few times a week, and over a course of a month, 2 months, man, your account's growing and you're not stressing. We're not. But anyway, it's just awesome price action today. I don't know what your thoughts are. E753, good stuff today. I mean, I don't know. It's like it's just perfect.
Yeah, what I would have wanted to do before was like it's down near the daily at 0.70, so I'd be like, oh, I'll take this short and go to the daily. But that's not the way you trade it. It took me a while to figure that out.
Oh wait, so let's say that again. Now you're gonna do.
Oh, I would before I would say, oh, it's near a level, either a 4 hour or a daily. So I'd want to take it either up or down to it. When I first started, with you and stuff, and I thought, oh, I want to take that because it's going to go to that daily or that 4 hour, but that's not really how you trade it. You trade it once it leaves or it bounces off of
Oh yeah,
something like that.
yeah. That's how exactly right. I like to be trading with the energy of the rejection or the energy of the bounce off of it. Yeah, correct. That's how I like to do it. I mean, not that I don't chase on occasion. I try not to, but I like to be with the initial energy. So like, yeah, you could obviously there is a potential long here because this is almost like a double bottom. I don't love catching the bottoms per se, but this wick gave you some confidence that this could hold and we've been, yeah, right. I mean, there's always, if you're trading near a GAN, there's still like it's still the math is good. Um, I just I prefer a little more price action. I mean, but again, you can these 4 hours are amazing for just scalping if you're practicing, right? So I mean, there's ways to just. Sometimes it is nice. I mean, obviously you guys know me. I like GAN to GAN to GAN, or like you almost got like a daily GAN out of that trade. I mean, if someone caught that, that's almost a daily GAN. That's a hell of a day, right? And that's amazing. You didn't get all of it maybe, and it might not be over. It might still get down there. I mean, that's why the momentum still, to me, hasn't firmed up yet, right? There's a lot of day left, and it could flip, obviously. I mean, but are we saying that this is the low of the day? I mean, who knows, right? It could be, but this price action would lead me to say there's not enough price action for me to say, hey, this is the low yet, but it could. I mean, we don't, who knows, right? It could bounce up and then kind of come back. But there's definitely someone who could have long that for a quick scalp. Obviously, I mean you never knew, but that candle was, I mean, give you some confidence you could take a little bounce here, but I wouldn't call that a high probability. Like I wouldn't love it. I'd do like if one micro I guess would be doing okay. You could have risked $50 on that to make a pretty good chunk. So yeah, for now, like to me, there's no long or short because we're in the middle of the range for me. Like for A plus trade, long or short to me doesn't make sense. That's just the way I look at it right now. I guess you could say the energy of the market's still kind of bearish. So is this retracing going to come back? But as we all know, NQ loves to, who knows. So like in the middle of this, like I wouldn't love to take it. I mean, I'd be more short than long at this point, even though it's kind of like a lot of times like I'm bullish. Like if it bounces above, right, I'm bullish. But on this kind of thing, it's like, well, the market's sold off pretty harsh. So we'll see though. I guess you got to be, if you kind of go by what we're doing, we are kind of bullish in essence because it bounced off the 496, but we'll see if it reject anyway, yeah, right, we're right in the middle. So if I took a long here, I definitely would be either playing it safe, either scalping a lot out of it, or moving to break even for sure, because we're just kind of in this middle. We'll see, we'll see what happens here. The obvious.
Have you looked to see does it matter with MNQ or NQ to you? Is one more reliable than the others for the dailies?
I haven't done.
There is a little bit of difference, but it's only a little.
Yeah, I've never tracked that, but I probably should. It's one thing.
I'm just curious.
I just know like Bitcoin, man. Bitcoin loves the levels probably more than everything, and like even like gold. NQ probably because it can be kind of an emotional. It might, it can be tricky sometimes at the dailies because of the wicks. ES probably would be a little easier because right, ES isn't as emotional. It's not a big baby like NQ is, So you're probably right. I mean, to be really consistent,
Oh no, I'm curious, not right, curious.
well, I just you think about it like as I've traded ES a little bit. Yeah, definitely it's more stable, right? NQ can be kind of mean. Like when it comes to that, you can be at a good level.
Yeah, some days you look back and you see a ton of long wicks.
Oh yeah.
Those days you're like, man, that chopped me up today, and that's when you look at it, you're like, man, there's a lot of long wicks today.
And that's where you're right. Like that's where, as a group, like maybe we switched to ES. Or like what, maybe the wicks are just there's just not. I mean, I don't know. That's I should look at I should look at the wicks and be like, NQ. If you're looking at it as a stable career to make money, is NQ the right instrument? Because those wicks really, because you can be right and wrong all the time. It's not very fun to be right but wrong. And then if it's just wicking around, not giving you anything. I mean, if it was always like this, like I love it, like right. If this was the price action every day, either up or down, like this kind of clean, like man, right? Give me a year, I'll be a millionaire. But unfortunately, it doesn't do that, right? It's not always that clear. I wish. Well, a lot of times it is, but as you know, well, I wouldn't say that. A lot of times we do. This time frame is a lot. The wicks get pretty ruthless, and like we haven't really had a bad wick yet, like a tricky one yet, right? Really?
No, not since 8 o'clock.
I mean, almost all day there hasn't been. Yeah, that news is the only one, and that it freaking couldn't
Yeah,
pass a
that
daily.
that one took me out. That hit my stop and took me out of the trade.
Oh, because were you short right here, and then it went just straight against
Yeah,
you? Oh, gotcha.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I
I don't.
shouldn't have been trade.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I mean, what? Because I actually might have got lucky because I was short here and got right out, uh, and because I was like, oh, I got to get short of 7:30 or get out before the news. But that wasn't like too crazy. But I would have taken a loss there too because I was like short right here, and then I just got out. I didn't make very much, like a couple $100 on that one. But I'm glad because I remember when I saw that count, I'm like, oh shoot. But then when it like I was already kind of done for the day, but I would have loved that short though, man. I just that was pretty quick though too. I mean, I could do a replay, but
Yeah, and I see that because I was, you lose a trade, then your vision goes.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't see the bounce off of the daily there. Yeah, if I'd been paying attention, I should have caught that.
yeah, yeah. I saw that too. I was like, oh man. And I was like, it was pretty quick, so I didn't cat. But then down here was just a pretty clean move down. And like I said, that long worked if you were able to scalp out, if you were taking profit because it just came right back almost to the low, not quite yet, but we'll see.
So I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start putting alerts.
Yeah, dude, seriously,
Every,
I'd put alerts on the dailies mainly. I mean, the 4 hour could drive you a little bit nuts, but the dailies, like especially on a day, like yeah, you just you know, I don't know, right? The dailies are just our edge. 4 hours are like our secondary edge, but man, the dailies are really where we should really focus our money. And that's where like we're done. Like honestly, on a call like this, we it's like I should just jump on at the dailies and just trade dailies. Right? These calls can be pretty short because you're going to get in and you're going to be done, and you won't have to even worry about all this stuff because you're trading at the best levels. Even though 4 hours are decent for sure, but man, the dailies are your highest leveraged areas. I think you can see here, even in the morning you could use the daily, and you could have been done pre-market, and even though this was, but yeah, the 4 hours are still good too. I mean, you can obviously scalp the 4 hours are good. I mean, amazing trade there. Nice long there. E-tickets here. What up, E-ticket?
Yeah, we're at a 4 hour now, like 149 for MNQ. So
yeah, look at this. See, we're breaking down this. I mean, this is a chasing trade. I'm not saying people.
it's a 10 o'clock news.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
This is big news at 10 o'clock. So
what's going on, Nico? We've already been killing this market all day. This has been amazing. This is a chasing kind of trade here. I'll probably get out of this thing in a little bit here. Another nice little scalp. So, yeah, welcome. Glad you guys are all here. So, like, man, good to see Nico. I mean, seriously, you guys probably saw this. Best trade of the day already happened in a way. I broke down here. I scalped from the daily down a little bit here, just in this area. The news broke at 8:30. It paused. I mean, it didn't even break the daily. So just easy money. Like you could have gone in here. I mean, it was green obviously, so you could have been waited for the candle close. But really, in theory, you could have been once it's paused at the daily, you could be getting in here, and then even the candle closes, you get in here for a nice scanned again. And even if you missed that, even like it came down, retraced, scalping that a little bit down. It did kind of come back up. I actually was short here. I took a loss because I was chasing it, so I took a loss. Then I got right back in, made a huge chunk. I don't know if I got all of that. I know Dean was trading in his account. He got a lot of this, and then as you guys saw, I just took a breakout trade of this other 4 hour, which we'll see if we can get down to this daily. So I mean, I think I'm like 3 or 4 out of trades today on the account, and so pretty cool morning. So basically, you'd be done. You just caught all these nice level trades, and you know what I mean, this is fun. Easy stuff. Anyway, pretty cool stuff, you know. So yeah, good to see you guys, man. You, Nico, and everybody. It's just an awesome morning. So I don't know if anyone else took some trades today or practicing. I mean, if you're trading at the GANs, you're killing it today. All just telling you what to do, right? Tells you to short this, and then let's say you broke even, whatever. It tells you to short this, you might have broke even, and then it tells you to short, and you kill it. But even better, again, comes down off the daily. You short off the daily. The daily is your favorite area, right? And now look at this. You would have got a daily, pretty much a GAN to GAN daily out of this. Isn't that amazing? And that's where he's like, you know what? You just seriously one daily move a week. I mean, right? We don't have to catch them every day, but we will catch them, and so pretty awesome stuff, I think, anyway.